Hi guys, welcome back to the Izzy Pod.
The podcast where we put you back in community. My name's Emily.
And my name is Evie, and this is our second episode of our second season ever of the Izzy podcast. Clap,
Yeah.
clap, 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 clap. Applause, applause.
I got you. Hey, yeah.
Eso.
Yeah. The nominees for tonight are, I forgot my note card. I don't know the nominees. We all won.
Wait, the nominees are us,
You said you
me,
watched the
you.
Oscar. Yeah, I mean, nominees are Evelise Babong and Emily Martinez. Sorry to dox, but for best podcast ever it's a tie. We won.
It's a tie. We won. That wouldn't be an Oscar. That would be like an Emmy. Do they have Emmys? What do they have for a podcast? And why don't we have one? Streamies? What is this?
Yeah, streamers is more for YouTube. Streaming, well, it is, but like streamers is for like YouTubers that like do YouTube stuff.
Sounds suspicious. There's no reason. Side note, I was kind of upset at the Oscars this year.
I was gonna ask you. You watched it, right?
Yes, trash. Only because Barbie wasn't nominated, and I will forever fight. I will forever fight on why Greta Gerwig did not win Director of the Year. I am so upset. I am so upset that America Ferrera did not win. I am so upset that Ryan Gosling did not win. I am so upset that Margot Robbie was not nominated for. And I get it. It's just the people in the Academy, they don't like women, and I'm not afraid to say that.
During National Women's Month is insane to not nominate Margot Robbie as the original creator of women. Weird. And like, did y'all not see Barbie? Hello.
We're talking about breaking blockbuster history, and then you guys are not going to nominate that movie at all, and not win any awards at all for all the stuff that it was nominated for. Like, let's be for real.
They did Oppenheimer because men. Because the Academy
they won everything.
Okay, I will say Cillian Murphy, beautiful, amazing. In my defense, I did see Peaky Blinders, so that's why I liked that he won, and Robert Downey Jr. because I'm a Robert Downey Jr. fan.
We understand, but we still should have nominated Barbie. No, come on,
that was stupid. Okay, so who won Best Actress?
Girl, it was Emma Stone for this movie that you guys should not watch. I do not recommend. I
saw you saw it, girl.
I saw it and do not watch it. Hulu has it for free if you guys really want to just ruin your day and watch it. It just is not appropriate. It's very not appropriate, and it just didn't make no sense. It didn't make no sense, and I get it. Like, I get it. We love Emma Stone. I love Miss Emma. I love her. I love La La Land. I love her. I love The Help. I love Easy A. I love all those movies. But that really shocked me. I was very upset. So much so that I decided to watch the Barbie. Yes. Crazy movie.
We watch it?
No, we're not watching that movie. We're not watching that movie. But
Mark Ruffalo, William Dafoe.
I promise. It's like 2 hours and a half of stuff that we should not be watching.
And the first sentence says, brought back to life by an unorthodox scientist.
Oh, yeah. It's pretty crazy. I mean, I thought the storyline in the beginning was good, but then it got insane, and I was like, oh, this is not the movie that I expected. But I love Emma.
Okay, but her as a brunette.
Crazy, right?
Her as a brunette eats.
Yeah, but Ginger is so
it's giving like Victorian child.
Yeah, the vibe of the movie. But anyways, besides the point, yeah, that movie was not what I expected, and I just feel like Margot Robbie was robbed, and everyone from that movie was robbed. But Billie Eilish won best song, for What Was I Made For, and obviously it was beautiful. Everyone, they pinned the camera on everyone from the movie.
What was I made for?
Yep. They pinned the camera on everyone from the movie, and everyone was like cheering her on. They were crying, like it was so beautiful. I think that song is probably one
Lana
of the
Del Rey
best
posted
songs.
her, like she posted a picture of her, and then now, honey. Okay, not to ramble more, but like for those who know, which you guys don't know, because I am a real fan and I see y'all's Instagram and y'all don't follow her. But in Lana Del Rey's secret account got verified, and now everyone's gonna be like, "Oh yeah, I followed Lana Del Rey." No, I did. I
Tell
followed
them.
her. But now she's verified. Now everyone's gonna be like, "Oh yeah, like I know her." Like, no, guys, come on. She had 1.7 million followers. I was one of those 1.7 million. Lana Del Rey is an international artist. What do you mean? Only 1 million people follow her. Exactly. Therefore, I am special.
You're very special.
Therefore, yeah. So
I need to get into
basically,
her.
you do, because basically she's just an ambience. And like, I was thinking, which kind of, okay, transition from our, what
Subaru?
is that called? A segue?
Segue. Mm-hmm.
Segue into our sponsors. And our sponsor today is Jesus. Because he
He paid
sponsored
it
me.
all.
Oh, God! I was going to say something else, but that was good. That was good. Because he paid it all.
Thank you, thank you.
Segue into, like, if you guys know, which you guys do know, but if you're not knowing, then here you go. Last year I lived in Puerto Rico. And that's kind of where we started. Mind you, next month will mark our 1 year anniversary of the SU pod, which, oh, wait,
Oh my
no, no,
god, you just
no,
reminded
stop, wait, don't say anything.
me.
Hold on. I need to repeat. So, if you guys don't know, next month will mark our 1 year anniversary of the SU pod. Thank you. Yeah. Um,
Made me laugh.
that was so sad. I had to restart it because I
Cut me
couldn't.
off. She cut me off.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay, go ahead. What do you say?
Nothing. I was like, I forgot. We're about to make a
Oh,
year. Our baby's one. She's 12, 11
she's
months.
crawling. She's crawling.
She's crawling. Girl, she talking at this point. It's
She's
a
never gonna
girl.
crawl. Girl. Which, like, we open our audiences to more.
Yeah,
But you know, we mostly talk to girls.
we're open. We're open to any age, any gender.
Yeah. But I mean, to my haters who do stalk my page, that's our guy audience.
That's yep. There they are. The 3%.
The 3% is the haters, the freshmen who like to stalk my accounts. Hi.
Welcome to the
Yeah,
SU pod. You got your shout out. Are you
It's
happy?
really funny because I don't know. It was the last. I can't say that. Not the last time I went to school. Okay, but I would. Okay, but it's not my fault. I would. It's not my fault. Oh, Monday.
Yes.
The I went in and everyone's talking to me now, but I think it's also because like people are familiar with me now. But like even like the random NCPs, like the background characters in my school, they started talking to me, and then they
The
were like, "Oh
extras.
yeah, like yeah," and then they were like, "Oh yeah, because you're doing this for senior stuff," and I'm like, first of all, you're not in the meeting. Second of all, I don't know your name. And I feel so bad because it's not even like I'm being on purpose. Like, I just don't remember people's names. And then it's kind of a power move to me personally because it's like, dang, like, you know how many people that actually like hate my guts and I don't even know their name. Which, like, I don't understand that either. I'm such a lovable girl. But anyways, back to what I was saying earlier. So living in Puerto Rico a year ago. And hence how the SU pod started.
Yes.
And I was just remembering how I don't remember anything. And I was just like, I don't know how we started here, but I guess we're just going to keep going. I was thinking about how, like, I look at my life through pictures because that's the only way I remember stuff. Because what do you mean I spent a year in Puerto Rico and I remember anything? Like, I don't remember anything. I do. I remember, like, obviously being there and stuff like that. But, and it's hard to discuss it with people. It's hard to discuss it with my parents. It's hard to discuss it with people because it's like, what do you mean you don't remember it? My brain, and the human brain is very powerful. My brain, if everyone's brain is 100, my brain is 101%. Not because I think I'm special, but because, like, I give my brain a lot of power over me. The brain has a lot of power over everyone. But like there are so many things of my past that I don't remember, which is, scientifically how the brain works. It'll block off stuff. It'll
Right.
help you forget trauma so you don't have to think about it. But it's so crazy how things that happened so recently and my brain like forces myself to forget it. And then I think about, whoa, like when I'm older, I'm going to have like dementia and like I'm going to not remember anything because my brain was so concerned with, protecting myself that I remember anything.
Right.
And then hence what we're, on topic for today, I I was talking with a couple friends who from my job and they were like, wow, like I wish I could go back and I wish, I so because they're Puerto Rican and Dominican, and they're like, oh, like I wish I could go back to like my country, and I miss it. And I was talking about them, and I was like, well, I lived there for like a while, and I was trying to like recount some things, and I'm just like, well, mostly I just hung out with like my abuela, and like I was hanging out with
Mm-hmm.
family, but it was so crazy because it's like, dang, like I can't even participate in that feeling because I don't remember
Right.
how I felt there,
Huh.
and that is so weird. No, it actually scares me. No, it
Yeah.
scares me. Like it actually like what the heck? What do I like? And so I know that we've kind of been in this season right now, very recently. I think both of us,
Mm-hmm.
where it's just like, what's going on? Like, what's
What's
going? What is
happening?
this? What's happening? And it's because again, like we're. I don't want to speak for you. I am a very like believe it or not, out there person. I like talking. I'm a professional yapper. We know this. Come on.
Yes.
Napping for a couple minutes now. Professional. This is my day job. This is my night job and day job. Um, but I think it's very interesting where I have these like almost movie moments where it's almost like I have to zoom out and be like, what are you doing? Like the world's gonna end one day. We're all gonna die and none of this matters. And then it's like, whoa, like I was just watching a TV show. Like, I was just sitting here like watching TV and like, why am I having an existential crisis? Like, why am I going through actual like high levels of stress? Stress levels that would put me in a 1950s asylum. I think about that a lot. Um. So what? How are you? How are you?
I love you.
Oh,
I love
why are you
you.
so quiet? Ew. I was like,
Because I'm listening to what you have to say because it's
interrupt me,
interesting.
please. Oh yeah, forever.
I didn't want to interrupt you because I feel like you were getting it out. Um, no, I was just gonna when you said like you didn't remember, it reminded me of I talked about it in like episode 3, mental health. Um, how I
Oh.
remember I was talking to my therapist back in the day, and I was like, oh my god, this month was so like crazy, like this did happen to me, and I was feeling like this, and she was like, so what happened that got you there? And I was like, oh my god, I can't remember, like I don't even know why I'm here right now, like what the heck am I
Stop.
putting myself through all this stress for? Because I can't remember even why I'm here right now. That's the type
Yeah.
of things because she was talking to me like, "Oh, so what happened? What did you do this week and that week and this?" Bro, I don't remember. Like, and it got me very worried. That I remember I came back from the appointment so discouraged because like I don't remember anything, and I
Mm.
felt like crushed. Um, but I wonder if it's just because like we're gonna talk about we're not wanting to be there and we're there, and so we're not really
Mhm.
living everything out the way that we should. So when we finish the task or like you move back or you finish the appointment, you're like, dang, then what was the purpose? Like, was I really there? Like mentally, spiritually, I wasn't there, but physically I was there. Um, and so it's we can't even enjoy it. And so that's it's like for them it's for you it may feel like FOMO because or not FOMO but like oh I wasn't able to enjoy this experience like everybody else or have those memories because I wasn't physically actually there meant as much as I wanted to be. And I think that's one of the things that have gotten me in a loop because I think I know in the past I used to disassociate a lot, like a lot. Like I will be with the same group of people talking, and then next thing you know, like, bye. Like, try and catch me. I'm gone. Mentally not there.
Yeah. Try
Not
and
wanting to be in a
catch me.
conversation. Try to
You
catch me.
can't catch me now.
Love that
I'm
song.
higher than the hopes that you brought down.
Yes, I love that song. And I remember like my friend was like Evie, waving his hand in front of me. Shout out to John. And I was like, John, like, he's like, you're not here, Evie. Where are you? And I was like, I don't know. I don't know where I am. And it wasn't until he pointed it out to me that I realized that I was not here. It's called disassociation. And it's not because like the friend group was bad or because the situation was bad. It's just like mentally, emotionally, when things are happening in our lives that maybe we don't have control over or we're just stressed about, it's gonna overtake everything else. And so have I overcome it fully? Way better, more than before. But even today I found myself truthfully like in a church service and I was like, oh no, I need to get out of here. I don't feel in it. Like I'm not feeling it right now. Like, and
Mhm.
it was nothing to do with the church, nothing to do with the
Yeah.
preaching, everything to do with me and my spirit and not feeling like okay. And so it's scary and it's hard to like not let over emotions overtake us, especially when you're used to acting upon them. But I think I was a person that in the past didn't act on them enough. Like if I felt anxious, I was staying until the end.
Mm.
And I'm like, oh, if
Yeah.
I feel anxious, I'm leaving. Like
Yeah.
I can't. Um, so that's all I had to say. That's how I'm doing. That thing that's one
Yeah.
of the things that it makes me think of because I was like, wow, like I mean, obviously we were talking about this earlier, and I was spiraling, and I was having a whole moment. I was like, no, this is not that deep. Like, let's get it together. Like, but it's hard when you don't feel like you can physically, not physically, but you can't, don't feel like you can intentionally be a part of something. That's the word.
Right. No, yeah. And I like you said so many times I was literally gasping. I first of all, when you said people had to like someone had to like shake their hand in front of your face,
Yeah.
stop. I had that happen to me like at work like 2 days ago and I felt so bad because we were in the middle of a conversation too. And it was just like and then I like blamed it because like, oh like I'm at work, like sorry, I'm like, wondering. But it's literally that. Like the feeling of just everything around you is going great. It's just sometimes you don't feel it, but you can't control that. And that's what
Yeah.
sucks because there's moments where you're like, okay, like I like this is stupid, like whatever, like I'm super into it. And then there's moments where like it's good things that are happening. You're around great friends, you're around you're doing the plans that you planned for so long, or like you're at church services where like you
Mm.
want to be there, but then it's like why is my brain again ADHD and like just life and stuff like that. But like just what in my soul so tired. Like I'm in a
Yeah.
place where I thought I'd feel replenished. I'm in a place where
Right.
like, I'm with my friends. I'm around church. I'm around community, or I'm just chilling. Like I'm just sleeping. I'm in a place where I want to be to like relax or regenerate,
Right.
and I still feel out of it. I still
Mm.
feel like I'm a million miles away, and sometimes you find yourself where you're like, okay, I'm distracted because I'm thinking about this. But a lot of times
Right.
I'm just distracted because I'm thinking about like nothing, like brain full of
That
nothing,
makes sense.
brain full of
Yeah.
nothing, and it's like it's so crazy too because it's like I I'm the kind of person that if I share something really cool with someone or like I'm trying to share joy with someone, I hate
Mm.
not getting the reaction that I thought I would. Or like
Yeah.
if I plan something or I'm out with someone and like I I'm really into it, like I'm really having fun and they're just not like I hate that. But it's also like
Yeah.
I've been so many times on the other side where it's just I simply cannot. And I
Uh
feel like
huh.
it's because I spent so much of my life playing a part where it's like even if I'm tired, I've talked about this multiple times and I've told you before, like I am not very aware of myself. Like I'm not aware of my own health. I'm not aware of like when I feel sick. I'm not aware of like, when I feel tired because I'm just so used to surpassing my own needs when it comes to other people. So when it's like when I do feel out of it, it's like, oh, it's okay, just ignore it. Or like it's okay, just keep moving. But I feel like recently I know like you've shared, it's just like it's hard to ignore that feeling where it's like everything is so good for me right now. Why am I
Mm-hmm.
feeling weird? Like why am I feeling
Yeah.
off? And I want us to normalize that because, again, even when we're doing the podcast, like, this is hard enough just trying to, you know, produce this correctly. But when
Mm-hmm.
our own spirit and our own emotions aren't great, that's it's hard. And it sucks
Yeah.
and it's hard and it's just like I I wish we could just produce perfection all the time, but I think it wouldn't be this worth it
Mm-hmm.
to understand that we want to do this so bad. We really want to create, we want to be creative, we want to produce, we want to just give out content. And this goes with whether you're a musician, whether you're an artist, whether you're whatever you like to do. Um that feeling of just like it means so much to me that I'd break bone and I'd
Yeah.
break spirit to get this out.
Yeah.
Um
Yeah.
and I think that's what we've been feeling, but I also do want to take time to acknowledge like it's okay to not be there. It's okay to have your mind going a million miles an hour. It's okay for your spirit to not be in the room all the time. Um but I think it's I don't know. It's been situations recently where I've just been like I can't feel happy for you or like I can't celebrate with you. And honestly, okay, the people know that I'm a bad texter. If you have my phone number, no, you don't, because I don't text you. I don't text anyone. I don't text anybody, and it's so bad because I'm such a bad texter that like it's not even because I'm doing other stuff. It's just like as much as I would love to be like in a room or like texting people all the time or like doing that all the
Yeah.
time, it's just I just don't feel it. And it's
Yeah.
so hard to explain because it's like I don't. It's not. Oh, I just didn't feel like texting you. That's bad. That's crappy. Like I would feel bad if someone told me that. But like,
Mm-hmm.
what else is there? Like
Yeah.
sometimes you just do things because you don't feel it, and that has to be okay. It has to be
Mm-hmm.
because we're human. Like it's so exhausting trying to pretend that you have energy for everything 100% of the time. You
Yeah.
don't. I just want to turn off my phone and I don't want to worry about people sometimes. And that has to be okay because it sucks.
Mm-hmm.
It sucks trying to put my energy 100% of the time and it literally like makes my head spin. But yeah, that was my
No, one of
piece.
the things that we were talking about today before I left the service was about how as leaders, but I'm gonna just say it as whoever's listening, like as people, um, like the example was, you could pour out so much to make sure that people have a good experience that you don't have a good experience, and you can
Yeah.
be so communicative with other people that you forget that you need to communicate with God or with yourself or check in with yourself, or you could be the one that's always checking in on people but never checking in with yourself. And that was
Yeah.
like a good point that they brought up because it was directed for leaders to take a moment to reflect and like to remind themselves to also give themselves some of the same that we pour into other people. But it was also a good reminder, I think, for everybody that like you're gonna have moments where you are doing everything and you feel like like it's tiring, like this is tiring, and
Yeah.
even when it comes to us it's tiring, and when it comes to doing it for other people it's tiring. I think today I probably am so tired because we woke up and prayed, that was fine, and then I worked, and then while
Yeah.
I was working I was editing, and then while I was editing I was writing, and then while I was writing something down I was editing, and then I was working, and then I was like, oh, let me go on a run, and then
Trip.
after going on the
Club.
run I was
Another
text
club.
yeah, and then I texted everybody in my like everyone that was my messages on iMessage. I texted them, oh my god, hi, oh my god, nice to meet you, oh my god, I'm gonna see you later. Like I went down the line, people that I haven't texted in a while, like let me do my check-ins now before I never reach out to people, because I feel like I get people's number and then I don't keep up. And I was like, wow, this is so exhausting. Like no wonder people don't do it all the
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
And I used to be that person that was very on top of follow up. We call follow up, it's just like checking in on people. um But it was just intentionality. Like it's hard to be intentional sometimes, because you don't feel like people are intentional with you, or because you haven't been intentional with yourself.
Yeah.
And I think that's what it was today for me. I think that's maybe the reason why, like, burnout, again, like we were talking about the last episode, but like burnout is so common and constant. It's because we're trying to overexert ourselves for other people when we don't realize, like, it's okay to not do that right now. Like it's
Yeah.
okay to not text back.
100%.
Like it's
Yes.
okay to not know what we're going to talk about. It's okay to not, um, you know, be there 100% of the time, or the full 2 hours, or the full however many time you're supposed to be somewhere. Like if you have to take a break, take a break. If you have to text another day, text back later. Like when you feel
Yeah.
okay mentally, not when you're just trying to check something off. Um, and then yeah, that's just it for me. And I don't want ever want to not be there for someone because I can't feel that same joy at the moment. I rather
Mm.
let them know and then not do that. I don't like when, personally, like if people are like, oh, like I'm not gonna be a part of your life, and then not tell me because they don't experience the same joy that I'm experiencing. But there has to be, and when it comes to those relationships, like communication at the end of the
Yeah.
day. When it
And I
comes to
think
certain
that's,
certain things, certain
yeah,
things.
exactly what you were saying, how I need to set it apart times for like when I know that I'm in a good mood, like I need to do like
Yeah,
the ritual, like texting those friends and stuff like that. But I think it's also it's it's hard because we also like we don't want to be selfish and be like, oh, like,
yeah,
oh, I just don't feel it, so I'm not gonna do it. I
mm-hmm.
think as Christians, selfishness is thrown out the window
Mm-hmm.
because we do need to do those uh
Yeah,
check-ins and then pour into people and make sure that we are giving a lot of energy to people. I think where the line is understanding that to be Christians, we have to be something first. And I think
mm-hmm.
we are trying to, a lot of times, we do that where we try to give Christ, I don't know, I'm trying to be like smart, like, try to give Christ instead of being Ian's. We just have to be Ian's right now. We just have to be
Not the
us
Ian.
right now. The Ian's, we have to be Ian's, and it's like, it's it's a difficult balance because we're told so many times that in order to be good evangelists or good examples, we have to give out 100%. But I
Yeah,
also think it's just like understanding that we go through our mental disabilities and we go through our like struggles where we can't mentally give 100%. And I think honesty just plays a big part in this,
yeah.
where if we are not completely like honest with ourselves, if we keep trying to, and I was thinking about this because it's like God is the only person I've never lied to in my life,
Mm-hmm.
and to try start now where I'm like, oh yeah, I feel fine, God, like, okay, I'll text them, okay, I'll say yes to this, okay, I'll do this
Yeah,
tomorrow, okay, like, and to try and lie to him is so, I laugh at myself because it's like he knows when we feel out of it. He knows when we're going through just like an episode or where
yeah,
we're not 100% ourselves. And I think it's like I I can't, in my own belief and on my own moral ground, I can't lie, not to
yeah,
him. And so this also ties into something that we can talk about in like future episodes, but just saying no and
yeah.
understanding that you need to prioritize your no, and just saying that I don't have the crowd. My mom sends me reels, and like at one point she sent me a reel of this like um understanding you can't always be the vessel or like the shoulder to cry on. And then it's like this audio
Mm-hmm.
of like my husband this and this and that, like I found OnlyFans on my husband's Safari, and like we're trying to pray it out, and like we're trying to go to therapy, and then the woman goes, I don't have the mental capacity for that, I'm sorry, and then hangs up. And literally when I first saw that, I was like, I would feel like terrible. Like I would feel like my friends are fake. But also be okay with saying I can't do that for you. Hey,
Yeah.
I'm not in the space for that. I can't. Bye. That's actually insane. We have free will. What?
Yeah.
Insane. Who knew? Who knew you could say no? Who knew you actually had free will and you didn't have to be there for people 100% of the time? And I honestly just, we really wanted to talk about it and we really wanted to share it because who are we to think that we can, you know, pretend in front of
Yeah.
Christ while doing something for Christ because it's for Christ? I think we need to be vulnerable. And
Yeah.
sometimes this is vulnerability. Just saying I this is how we're feeling.
Yeah. This is what I
I
have.
feel exhausted. I feel terrible. I feel like weird. My week has been weird. I'm not giving 100% to people. I That's ministry. That is ministry. Honesty is ministry. Um and so yeah, this has been like out of our comfort zone kind of episode. This has been a very simple here it is kind of episode. And we want you guys to feel safe. And so if you're ever feeling like you are just not in the mood for stuff, like you're really just, hey, here it is. Play this
You're here.
whenever. Yeah, and understand we're here and we can share this feeling together. Because the most important part is that, yes, this feeling comes and goes, but it doesn't have to come and go alone. No, we'll be here. So it's a great thing
And
about the
there's a lot of
internet.
people that,
Everything stays. It's
yeah,
permanent.
everyone is connected.
Yes, everyone is
Um,
connected. But
Literally.
yes, we.
But I'm happy that we were just able to get that off our chest. That way we can sleep at peace. So hopefully this
Yeah,
episode gives you some
literally,
peace of mind.
that's literally me right now. Like I'm gonna like knock out and like not feel like we didn't do anything. Like I feel good. This is what we
Yeah.
this is what we did. But yes, we love you guys, and we hope you guys have an amazing rest of your week. This is an encouragement. Please make sure to check out our Yes You Pod socials on Instagram, TikTok, Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, and anywhere else you get your podcasts. And a secret
Yes.
third one. No, sorry, secret sixth one. I can't do math right now. Anyways, we love
We
you
love you
guys.
guys so
See you
much.
guys in the next episode.
Love y'all.
Love
Bye.
y'all.